All right. Let's go ahead and dive into this one. Because, boy, the Dallas Cowboys sure know how to keep their name in the headlines, don't they? Now, y'all know how I get when it comes to America's team. They don't never do anything quietly. It's always a circus. It's always a spectacle. And when training camp hits, you can guarantee they gonna give us something to talk about. And this time, the smoke ain't coming from Jerry's yacht or Dak's contract. It's that running back room. That, my friends, is where the panic button needs to be slammed right now. So let's set the picture. We're coming off a year where the Cowboys' defense was elite. Micah Parsons is the face of that side of the ball. But now, his contract situation, that's already enough to give Cowboys Nation cold sweats. Add in the fact that they walked into training camp with Brian Schottenheimer at the helm as head coach. A man known for balance on offense, which is just another way of saying we gon' run it whether we can or not. And here's the problem. Dallas doesn't have a running back room that scares anybody. Nobody. Zip, nada. And if you know anything about football, you know you can't fake a run game. You can have the flashiest receivers, the prettiest play design, the biggest offensive line in the world. But if your backfield ain't producing, the whole offense gets stuck in mud. Now, Cowboys fans, let's have some real talk. Y'all had Ezekiel Elliott for years, and no matter what you felt about him at the end, you knew who was back there. There was an identity. There was a personality. Zeke gave you short yardage power, red zone confidence, and a physical tone that said, "This is how we do it." Then, Tony Pollard got his shot. And what happened? We realized real quick that Pollard is nice as a change of pace, but as the feature, not so much. So here we are in 2025, staring down the same issue. Y'all got Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue, Deuce Vaughn, and Phil Maffa. Now I don't know about y'all, but that don't sound like a room that's gonna have defensive coordinators losing sleep. That sounds like a bunch of names that could all rotate in and out of a committee. And when you in the NFC, where you gonna face teams like Philly, San Francisco, and Detroit, you can't afford to play guessing games at running back. Javonte Williams, the should-be guy who ain't been the same look. Javonte Williams, when he came out of college, I thought this young man had something. Physical, low center of gravity, hard to bring down. But ever since that knee injury, he ain't been that same bruiser. His numbers been down. The bursts don't look the same. And when you've been in the league this long, without hitting 4 yards per carry in a couple years, defenses stop respecting you. Miles Sanders, the rebound candidate now, Miles Sanders. Cowboys fans, I know you're grasping at straws, hoping he gon' be that guy. I remember Miles in Philly when he had juice, when he was hitting them cutbacks, looking like he was shot out of a cannon. But then, Carolina happened. Woo! 2 wasted years. Couldn't find daylight, couldn't stay consistent, couldn't be the engine of an offense. And now he's in Dallas, trying to prove he's still got something left. Maybe he does. But betting your Super Bowl window on maybe ain't exactly the move. Jaden Blue. The rookie Hope Texas fans, stand up. Y'all been hyping Jaden Blue like he's about to come in and wear that star and resurrect the ground game. And I get it. He's got the skill set. He's got the burst. But rookies? Rookies at running back in Dallas with Schottenheimer talking about balance. That's pressure most young guys don't succeed in right away. And don't forget, everybody looks fast in shorts at training camp. Pads gon' separate the hype from the reality. Deuce Vaughn and Phil Maffa, the depth pieces now. I love Deuce Vaughn. Heart, effort, grit. He's like a Darren Sproles type. But let's keep it a buck. Deuce ain't carrying the rock 20 times a game. Phil Maffa, same deal. Good to have depth. Good to mix in. But are these dudes striking fear into linebackers in the NFC? No, sir. So you see the problem. This ain't a one-man solution. This ain't even a one-man solution. This ain't even a committee we trust solution. This is a bunch of dice you're hoping comes up lucky. Let's talk Brian Schottenheimer. Now this man got the job in Dallas because Jerry loves that old school, run the ball, set up the pass mindset. Jerry been chasing the ghost of the 90s Cowboys his whole life. Emmitt Smith, that line, that physical identity. But here's the truth. The NFL done changed. You can't force a run game that ain't there. You can't just hand it off 25 times and hope it works out when your backs ain't producing. And when you're up, who's now the head coach? Don't adjust. That's when you waste possessions. And in today's league, you can't give possessions away. Now the irony, Cowboys got themselves a wide receiver duo that's straight up lethal. George Pickens on one side, CeeDee Lamb on the other. That's top 5 in the league right there. That passing game can carry you, but Shotty gon' want to keep it balanced. And what happens when you call balance with a weak run game? Third and longs, predictable play calling, stall drives. Now give credit where credit's due. Dallas invested heavy in the offensive line. 3 first-rounders in 4 years. Tyler Booker now joins that group, and he's got all the makings of a mauler at guard. Zach Martin's legacy still lingers, and this line is designed to bully folk. But let me ask you all something. What's the point of building a bulldozer if you got nobody to sit in the driver's seat? You can create holes, but you still need backs with vision, patience, and explosiveness to take advantage. Otherwise, it's wasted potential. And defenses know this. They know Dallas got the O-line talent. But if the backs can't make EM pay, they'll keep blitzing Dak. They'll load up to stop the receivers. And they'll live with Dallas trying to dink and dunk in the run game. Let's not forget, the defense still elite. Micah Parsons, when locked in, is the Defensive Player of the Year candidate every season. That secondary, it's got playmakers. This defense is built to win now, and the absolute worst thing a franchise can do is waste a championship caliber defense because the offense can't pull its weight. That's the danger here. You don't want to look back 5 years from now and say, man, we had Parsons in his prime, Trevon Diggs making plays, and we wasted it because we couldn't find a dang running back. But that's exactly the road they headed down if they don't fix this. Let me just name drop the competition real quick. Philly, DeAndre Swift gone, but they got depth. And they gon' still run behind that line. San Francisco, Christian McCaffrey. There. Detroit, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. A thunder and lightning duo, Green Bay? Aaron Jones may be older, but he's still got juice. Y'all see the pattern? Every contender in the NFC got stability in the backfield. Dallas, they got question mark. And when the playoffs roll around, when games get cold, physical, and gritty, you gon' need a run game to close the deal. That's why Cowboys fans should be worried. So let me land this plane for y'all. Cowboys fans, you got a lot going on. Micah Parsons' contract, a new head coach, high expectations. But if you gotta choose one thing that's screaming red alert, it's the running back room. Without a consistent run game, Schottenheimer's philosophy gon' backfire, that gon' be under too much pressure, and the passing game gon' be wasted. This roster is too talented to get tripped up by the one position you could have solved in free agency or the draft. So yeah, you can hope Miles Sanders finds his old legs, or Javonte Williams bounces back, or Jaden Blue is the rookie phenom. But hope ain't a strategy. And right now, that's all Dallas got. And you know me, uncliche, I keep it real. That's the Cowboys' biggest reason to panic. And if they don't fix it, we gonna be right back here in December, saying the same old thing. This team looks good on paper, but the run game held, I'm back, continued.